Crimes against chastity under the Revised Penal Code, RPC of the Philippines, covered in Title 11, Articles 383 to 338, protect individuals from offenses that violate sexual integrity, morality, and decency. These crimes include adultery, concubinage, acts of lasciviousness, and seduction, each with distinct legal definitions, elements, and penalties. Adultery is committed when a married woman engages in consensual sexual intercourse with a man other than her husband. The man involved is equally liable. To establish adultery, the prosecution must prove that the one woman is legally married, 2, the act of sexual intercourse occurred, and 3, it was done with a man who is not her husband. This is classified as a private crime, meaning only the offended husband can file a complaint, and he must include both his wife and her paramour. The penalty for adultery is prisión correccional in its medium and maximum periods, which ranges from 2 years, 4 months, and 1 day to 6 years. Concubinage, on the other hand, applies to a married man who keeps a mistress in the conjugal dwelling, engages in sexual relations under scandalous circumstances, or cohabits with a woman other than his wife. Unlike adultery, concubinage requires proof of scandalous conduct or cohabitation. The penalties differ for the husband and the concubine. The husband faces prisión correccional in its minimum and medium periods, 6 months and 1 day to 4 years and 2 months, while the concubine is punished with destierro, banishment, which restricts her from residing within a specified distance from certain locations. Meanwhile, acts of lasciviousness involve lewd or indecent acts committed without the victim's consent, regardless of gender. These acts must be committed under circumstances where the offender uses force, threat, intimidation, or takes advantage of the victim's unconscious state, mental disability, or physical incapacity. Acts of lasciviousness are punishable by prisión correccional, which carries a penalty ranging from 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. Also, qualified seduction occurs when a person in authority, such as a teacher, priest, or guardian, seduces a minor or a virtuous woman of good reputation. The crime applies if the victim is a virgin, over 12 but under 18 years old, and is seduced through influence or authority. The offender can be a public officer, domestic servant, teacher, or religious leader. The seduction must be consensual, distinguishing it from rape. The penalty for qualified seduction is prisión correccional in its minimum and medium periods, ranging from 6 months and 1 day to 4 years and 2 months. On the other hand, simple seduction involves the deception of a single woman or widow of good reputation, aged over 12 but under 18, for the purpose of sexual relations. Unlike qualified seduction, the offender does not need to be a person in authority, but must have used deceit, false promises, or manipulation to seduce the victim. The penalty for simple seduction is arresto mayor, which ranges from 1 month and 1 day to 6 months. These provisions in the Revised Penal Code reflect the legal protection of moral and sexual integrity in Philippine society. However, criticisms persist regarding gender biases, outdated perspectives on chastity, and the differential penalties imposed on men and women in cases of marital infidelity. Some provisions have been modified or supplemented by modern laws, such as the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, RA 9262, and the Safe Spaces Act, RA 113, which provide additional legal remedies for victims of sexual offenses.